It's three guys who combined to play 15 seasons in the National Football League trenches. Well, two guys. And Mackey, who didn't do shit. This is the OLine Committee.
And we are live.
Yes.
At the Minnesota State Fair.
Finally we get together.
The Score North,
terrible.
The Score North Minnesota Rusco podcast stage.
What a stage.
We got Jeremiah Sirles.
Can I pop this now?
Hold on.
God.
6-year NFL veteran, 10-year NFL veteran Alex Boone, two former Vikings offensive linemen. I quit football after 8th grade, but I am Phil Mackey. And this is the OLine Committee, which you can find on YouTube, Apple, Spotify, and anywhere else you find your podcasts. Boys, this is only the second time. The first time we tried to do a live podcast.
It was terrible.
Ding, I screwed up the recording equipment.
It was a great silent movie. It was a fantastic silent movie of you squished on a couch between the two. And we just kept touching you. You were like, oh, yeah.
So, all right, I agree. I can't believe I agreed to this like a year ago.
Dude, you act like we're doing cocaine on stage.
You're going to be
They were
addicted. Available on
you
Amazon.
will get addicted to this for sure.
So there's
it's amazing.
There's a story that now, in the NFL, a big story came out a couple weeks ago that players are no longer going to be supplied the smelling salts by the teams.
Mm-hmm.
And players are like, wait a second. That's like a big part of our ritual.
Yes.
And it's funny, I told you guys, I was like, wait, so you guys like do smelling salts before every game? And you're like, no, dude. Before every drive.
Every drive. As soon as the ball's kicked, thump. Here we go, boys.
So explain this to me like I am
All right, so here's what you're going to do. Listen, you're going to take this sweet little pea pod, right? And you're going to snap the living shit out of it. I mean, you're going to hit it hard.
Jeez.
And as soon as you do,
like snap it how? Can I break it with two
You're going to
hands?
squeeze it. You're going to slam it into your nose. And I mean, you got to jack it in there quick. And hey, you're huffing hard.
Wait, okay. I'm going to ask you more questions.
Go hard.
Am I supposed to like pop it?
No.
Top?
Look, squeeze. You just squeeze. So there's a little bit of glass in here that's holding the
glass.
Stop. It's like that's holding the ammonia.
Glass.
It's not gonna cut you.
Not gonna hurt you, dude.
We've done thousands of these. Literally thousands of times.
And
never once has someone been like, it went through my thumb.
Am I like sniffing like an actual substance?
Hard. I mean, like full inhale.
I'm so nervous right now.
Hey, you're gonna feel so good. So good.
Why don't you do it first?
No. Here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Oh my God! What is that,
dude?
What is that?
No, you gotta keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Oh.
I feel it in my back.
That's what's supposed to happen. Oh, it's amazing. Feel it in my throat for sure. Okay? It's there. Yeah. See how awake are you right now? Yeah, that's what's supposed to happen. Hey, new mic.
I'm not crying. You're crying.
It's fantastic. Woo! Can't get enough.
The OLine Committee is here at the Minnesota State Fair, everybody.
By the way, we have extras. If you want to ask a question later, you have to take one beforehand.
No,
that is the only rule. You do. With the OLine Committee. For sure you do.
Oh, my God.
Fantastic. That's amazing. That is amazing. I haven't had one of those in a while.
So, wow.
Got to keep going back.
Jeremiah, by the way, Alex is a proud, now longtime Minnesota resident. You came in just for the day from Lincoln.
I flew in this morning.
And I want to say, so Jeremiah is an active, very high-profile NFL agent. And
high profile is questionable.
And what's funny, though, is you sent us a text last week, and you were like, boys, I probably should have vetted my schedule a little bit more because when you're an agent and tomorrow is cut day in the NFL, ideally, like, none of your players get cut, but that's the NFL world.
Yes.
So you might literally have to like take a phone call at different portions during the show
any second
to do Agent Jeremiah things. But
then it's just you and me, Phil.
We
always
have
have a good
the
time.
rails.
Okay. See, whenever you guys take the show by yourself, there's like 10 people that are like, did you listen to the show this week? And I'm like, no. They're like, you probably should.
Such a lie.
It's not, though, because when I leave you alone for 5 seconds, you find a way to – you're like my 3-year-old. Like, you turn away for 5 seconds, you turn around, and there's coloring on the wall. There's crap all over the table.
It's true.
It's 100% true.
Phil, you going to let him talk about you like that?
No, I'm talking about you.
Actually.
You're the one in charge, though. You're
no one's in charge of you, quite frankly, I think. So what we do on the OLine Committee, besides apparently rip smelling salts now before every show, is we start most of our shows by going through the mics. Who's the mic? So in offensive line world, when you ever see the center pointing out at the defense, they're identifying the center of the defense, right? So we identify the things on our mind around football each week. Since we're here at the Minnesota State Fair, and you guys both played for the Vikings, we are going to do some Vikings-centric mics to start with. We'll get to dumb football questions and whatever else happens here in the next hour. So mic number 1. Carson Wentz is a Minnesota Viking. Your thoughts?
We were just talking.
This is an interesting topic,
funny.
and we went back and forth, and I'm going to move over because we're actually
you
not.
can't because you did.
Well, the camera's
framed
here.
the camera already. You ding dong. Get back over here.
Ding.
This is why we don't do live shows.
Yeah.
This is see it in my
Ding,
house. It's
bing.
Sorry, Pat Lager.
Yeah, get them all set.
Listen,
You're like,
how
"Hold on,
about
I'm
this?
gonna move."
Every time somebody gets dinged, Phil's getting dinged too for not having the bell.
100%.
All right, and that's 2 bells. There we go.
So, yeah, we were just talking on throwing things. We were just talking about this before. Like, I think this is actually a really smart move.
I don't.
Because with bringing in a veteran presence, right? So I remember I texted you guys. I was in the airport, I don't know, this summer, and I was like, hey, Carson Wentz is here. And I I thought that was him. Like, oh, red hair. Yeah, for sure, that's him. Right? And they probably were like, hey, we want you. And he's like, hey, I want to go compete somewhere for a starting job. And they're like, hey, cool, great. You go for that. We'll call you at the end of August when that doesn't happen. Right. And I think that's exactly what happened. Carson did not get the shot to go be the number 1. You bring in the veteran, but now there's no way in the first 4 to 6 weeks that you can call for the veteran to come play over McCarthy because you're like, well, he's still getting caught up, and it just buys them a little bit of time and a little bit of wiggle room if McCarthy gets off to a slower start than most would like.
See, we're already talking about a slower start, and I'm already nervous. Like, this is not where we're supposed to be going into week 1. We're like, well, now, if it does go bad, right, we have Carson Wentz who just came, and you can't do anything because he doesn't know the playbook. It's like we've already started off on the wrong foot. And 2, I just don't like the Carson Wentz signing. Like, I don't see how he fits into this.
He fits in as a veteran presence for a young quarterback that's not Sam Howell. Like, listen, we all watched the preseason. That wasn't great.
No.
Right? But you want a guy that's going to be there like a Daniel Jones, like a Carson Wentz, guys that have been there, played before, that can help mentor. I mean, was Sam Howell going to mentor J.J. McCarthy?
No, but I'm not sure I want Carson Wentz to do it either.
Well,
either way,
who else are you going to bring in?
I feel like at least Sam Howell had a bigger arm, and that's what you have to have in KOC's offense. You have to have that arm to throw it down the field. And
Carson can sling it.
Not accurately.
There's a.
I'm going to be. I could say a few more mean things, but I'm not going to. We're live.
He might be around here somewhere. I don't know. Carson.
He definitely. I mean, he's bounced around 5-6 teams in 6 different years, and so there's a reason why he's on these different teams. But I will say this: he was in the McVay system 2 years ago, so he knows the system, right? And as a journeyman since he left Philadelphia. When he starts, which is like 26 or 27 games, his teams are 500, and those are some like bad Washington teams and in Indy teams. And most importantly, this defense last year allowed 19 points a game.
Yep. And
this year might be better. Yeah. So if this defense is allowing 18 points a game, all you have to do now, break glass in case of emergency.
I know, right? Like,
J.J. McCarthy ideally starts 17 games for this team.
Yes.
But all you have to do is guide the offense to like 20 or 23 points on a regular basis, and you're going to win games. Defense is what will drive the Vikings to a good record more than Carson Wentz or J.J. McCarthy, I think.
Yeah, easy to say, but hard to do, though.
But in an ideal world, Carson Wentz plays 0 snaps this year.
Correct.
Right? And that's the thing. We're getting ourselves kind of wrapped around the axle, like, oh, my gosh, we brought Carson Wentz in. This is nothing more than a security blanket.
I agree.
Like, that's all the Carson Wentz signing is. It's a security blanket to go, hey, J.J. walks out week 1, snaps his leg. We have to have a competent quarterback that can come in. I know. That can come in and function. Sam Howell obviously wasn't that. I don't know if they trust Max enough to come in and be like, hey, you're going to be a starter in the NFL this year.
They do like him.
They do like him, and he had a really good preseason.
Agreed.
He's on the bubble of an active, and I don't know if they'll keep 3 quarterbacks with how deep some of the other room.
Mac?
You think they keep 3?
I
do.
They go 2.
I think they keep 3.
I see
don't
2.
think
Here's the problem. I
don't think you'd lose him.
I actually do, because when you it's one thing if you flash in practice and like only Judd's Camp Notes is documenting, which again, like Judd's Camp Notes reaches millions of people worldwide.
Of course.
But if you're flashing in preseason games that are on CBS on a Friday, I do feel like you have a tendency to be a little bit above the radar in a quarterback desperate league. So I do think there's a risk of losing Max Brosmer to waivers.
See, the quarterback position is so unique with the waiver thing, because if you claim a quarterback off of waivers, you're claiming him to your active.
I know.
Right.
And if you're claiming a rookie quarterback that's never been, and you're saying, hey, we're going to bring you onto our active.
That's a lot.
He could have to be QB2 as early as week 2.
Yeah.
And you're saying, hey, he's going to get here as a rookie. He's going to learn all the plays. He's going to be ready to go. very rarely do you see those guys get pulled off of waivers. Yes, you might get pulled practice squad to practice squad.
But would you want to leave here?
If I'm
You're
Max,
not leaving
why
here.
would I leave
That's
here? If I'm going to go on
point.
practice squad, I'm going to stay here. I just look at this Vikings roster, and you can go from O-line to D-line and go, there's a lot of really talented people on this team. Why not keep a third quarterback on practice squad with the elevation rule that we have now? You can bring them up
game day.
Yeah.
and then say, hey, we're going to elevate you at least 3 times this year so you get a credited season. And then from there, you put them on practice squad, and you can keep an extra edge rusher or an extra DB or an extra receiver, right? You can have those positions available. Right? So
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
And you're not leaving from one practice squad to the next.
He's
going to make
Max
the
would be
practice
really
squad.
dumb, and his agent would be really dumb.
Especially with the
if they
KOC
were like, hey,
offense.
we want to put you on
Stop.
practice squad, and he was like, oh, I'm going to jump ship somewhere else. Like, that's just not a smart move.
I agree on the practice squad jumping of ship because like this is a great. Hey, they love him. He clearly works in the system.
Yes.
It would be and so you're right. If nobody would claim him on a 53-man roster, then you probably should try to get him on the practice squad. So, okay, next mic here, Minnesota Vikings related because we're at the Minnesota State Fair. And for the people that are watching, thank you guys. Over 1,000 people live on the OLine Committee YouTube channel. Appreciate you. Click that like button, the subscribe button. You guys are offensive linemen, so you're constantly trying to figure out what defenses are doing. Brian Flores is my next mic. What makes his defensive approach so difficult for offenses to figure out and decipher?
It's all about the scheme. It's all about who are you going to down that week. And I feel like I was thinking about this coming into this show, especially because everyone always talks to me about Flores' defense. And it was great because when I was an EP, his twins were a grade below me, so I'd see him at pad pickup all the time, and I'd be like, dude, you're so diabolical. Like, I love. And he'd be like, oh, thanks. I'd be like, no, seriously. Like, I am obsessed with what you do.
I want to see, so you, for your little 12, 13-year-old leagues, you run like NFL-style plays. I want to see B-Flow coaching the defense.
Oh, could you imagine a bunch of little sixth graders running around the field, like doing a radar defense?
Little NASCAR
Well,
fronts.
that's what it is, too, is you have to figure out by Monday, you're starting to already talk in the offensive room, like who's down, who's up, who are we not blocking, who has to come across the line to become a threat, right? And then by Wednesday, we're starting to lock these guys in by the film that we've watched. Hey, this guy's got a known tendency to rush. Let's make him a down player. The problem becomes when you get into a game on Sunday, you're relying on everybody remembering everything, and that at times gets shaky, right? 3rd and 15, it gets real loud out there, and all of a sudden the quarterback starts to slide away, and you're like, wait a minute, who's down now? And you have 8 up. I mean, he puts pressure on you right away by bringing 6, 7, 8 up so that you see a lot of bodies, right? And you're like, he's down, he's not, he is. And at the end of the day, you're like, how many times can we do this before somebody's going to make a mistake, right? A human error mistake. And that's what's so fun about it is you don't need a talented player. You don't need a Julius Peppers or a Clay Matthews. It's great when you have them because when those guys get turned free, it's my God, you're gonna.
Well, they're taking like undrafted rookie free. Ivan Pace undrafted.
Yeah.
Gabriel Murphy's going to be in their edge rusher rotation, undrafted.
Like, no offense, but like when you think about Van Ginkel, you're not like, oh my God, this guy's going to light it up. And all of a sudden, when you see the scheme that he's in, you're like, you don't know what he's doing.
Pick sixes.
Right, he's pick sixes, he's getting sacks, he's making tackles over here. You're like, my God, what is going on? And it's because at the end of the day, guys are like, I thought you said he was down. No, the guy behind him's down. You're like, whatever, man.
So
you know
like you're going to run like 65 plays against that defense.
Right.
And if an extra 5 times compared to a more basic system,
well,
they can confuse you or cause a miscommunication.
How about when they start changing it up, right? Like they show you one thing and then they come back with the same look and you're like, they just showed us this. Watch, he's going to come. And it's the reverse opposite. And you're like, oh my God, this just went completely bad. And then they come back with the same look and now the outside's coming and the inside's dropping. It's just always the fact that he's changing it up. This guy's coming, this guy's dropping. Now the next play he's coming. You're like, dude, this has become too much for anybody to remember. And now you start to have to full slide it, which now you're taking yourself away from the offense.
Oh, we're gonna give you the football sounder for the full slide it right there. That's right.
You know it's bad when teams come up and they're like, hey, LLL, RRR. You're like, God, they must be stupid. They can't figure this out right now.
The other piece of it too is they're so good at creating the negative plays early that they put you behind the sticks. Like if you're a Brian Flores, you want to live in 2nd and 10 and 3rd and 8. And so that's being really good on first down. And I think you talk about how good they were last year. They're going to be even better at that this year with the 2 D linemen they got in the middle, right? Jonathan Allen and Hargrave. Those dudes are going to be able to on
Jonathan Allen, dude.
1st and 2nd down, like you're going to try and run the football because you're like, listen, we can't get behind the sticks on this Brian Flores defense, and you're running right into the teeth of 2 very talented defensive
tackles. Have you guys played against those guys?
I did.
Yeah,
I played against Jonathan. And
he has the meanest hump move. The meanest hump
move. You
move.
see him, right, and you're like, yep, it's exactly what he looked like on film. Oh my God, just puts his big paw on your chest, and you're like, oh, yeah, I felt it.
Like my heart just stopped.
But he's so big, and he's one of these anomalies that he's so big and he's so strong, but he's so quick in, like, a tight space that you always have to worry about that, like, quick crossover move. And he's such a conundrum, but I loved playing against him. Vicious player at the same time. Him and Deron Payne when they were in Washington. It was so fun.
And I also think they're not going to ask him to be a 65 snap a game guy.
No.
Right? I mean, you pay him big money, but you don't need him in this scheme. They rotate guys in and out because he has had some health concerns coming into this year. He finished last year, I think, on IR. Right? So when you bring him in, you're like, listen, you're older. We want you at your best for 35 to 40 plays a game. And if we can get that out of you for 17 weeks, fantastic news. What if we overuse you at the beginning of the year and then by week 12 you're a broken body, you can't practice, whatever? What was the point of the signing? And that's where the depth piece of this team comes in. I think the Vikings' depth is as good as it's been in years.
Yeah. Vikings 8.5 is the number that floats around like the sports books here. And we'll do, I think next week we'll do like official predictions up and down, but what's your current Vikings vibe right now?
Oh, dude, I'm over 8.5 for sure. I feel I'm like,
how many wins?
I'm thinking 10.
Wow.
I would give him 10.
Give me 2 weeks on J.J. McCarthy, and then I'll let you know.
Who needs 2 weeks?
You have to see the rookie quarterback.
Dude, okay, that brings me
to see the rookie quarterback. Said he's the guy. He's the guy. What do you work?
Oh, ding. There's the ding. The Colt fine.
Yeah.
Bringing up your boy.
Where's my belt? Where's my belt?
By the way, what's wild is there was another Jim Harbaugh cult member walking around who's also like,
he's gone now.
7 feet tall
Yeah,
that people recognize. But so next Mike is J.J. McCarthy then.
Okay.
To your point, you want to wait a couple weeks and see what happens, right? I will say, and I've watched him in practice enough, but it's hard to think, especially in Vikings history, but even league-wide, of a more mysterious quarterback entering into we don't 18 months since he was drafted in the top 10.
Yep.
And we've seen 3 preseason drives.
I mean, what, 40 total plays?
In practice?
So you had 40 total plays in the NFL, or is that even too high?
No, that might even be too high.
In the preseason? Oh, less than that, right?
30.
It was
30?
13, counting the kick. So 12.
Judd, where are you with your
Judd's camp notes.
Judd, how many plays did J.J. McCarthy have in the preseason this year?
12.
In the games.
How many last year?
Spit it out. 14?
Well, it's 14 counting the kick.
No.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, I mean, so okay. So you have 30. You have a sample size of 30 plays against preseason film. I'm not ready to make a judgment on this guy until you show me against a starting defense in the NFL.
Okay.
Because you're only as good as your quarterback. What, Judd?
Hey, come out to the mic.
We didn't watch practice like Judd did.
Sorry, we didn't take notes.
We didn't
Judd.
take notes on training camp. My apologies to Judd. But I need to see him do it against a Week 1 Bears team that's going to be ready to go and want to come after them. There's going to be guys like Sweat coming off the edge, breathing on it. And this isn't the preseason. Those just want to hurt you. They want to rip your head off.
Yeah.
He's going to get crushed. How does he get up? How does he respond? Does he throw a bad pick? How does he come back from that? There's just so many things you have to be as an NFL quarterback besides just a good quarterback. You have to be able to handle the adversity, handle the environment. Can he do it? He did in college. The NFL is a completely different
Can we
beast.
just say that again? He did it in college at a big
Oh my
school.
God,
And I think he
Harbaugh
did a
coached
really
him.
big
Stop
thing
it.
there, didn't
Stop
he?
it.
Listen, that's my whole point.
He was
you
a
guys,
handoff merchant.
You make it sound like he comes out of Sam Houston State. You're like, I don't know what he's going to do against good players.
Sam Houston
I thought he won the national championship. I thought he should be fine. And now we've
Caleb
upgraded.
Williams came out of a really big school.
Listen, what did Caleb Williams do?
Jamarcus
what
Russell
did we
came out of a
say?
really big school.
What did we say about Caleb Williams? We were even like, we don't like this guy. We said it. We don't like him. Why? Because of all this. Of all this nonsense. You're right. I don't like JJ because he wins a lot.
That's not.
Boy,
oh my
I am.
God.
Yeah,
I'm
Jay.
upset now.
Defend your take now.
I'm
being
my
honest.
take.
You have no leg to stand on this. He
That's
is a
so
good
untrue.
player. And now I've given him a great offensive line. Christian Darrisaw will be ready to go. We're not stupid, right? And then you put Brian O'Neill over here. You've upgraded the interior. You look at the running back situation. If we can put realistically 40% of the offense on the backfield, and you take that off of him, and then you talk about Ryan Kelly in the middle, who I just got to see at camp, and I love Ryan to death. But you talk about adding like these players in his career, and all of a sudden it's like, okay, well now we just need you to literally throw the ball, dude. Just throw it.
You act like Kevin O'Connell's going to run the football. Like you're saying, be like, oh, we'll put it on the backfield.
Traded for Jordan, dude. I have a real.
Matter.
Okay,
it's in his DNA.
Steak and a beer right now that they run more this year than they did last year. Oh,
it's our first steak and a beer bet of the fair.
I'll take that bet.
All right, here we go.
I'll take that bet.
Steak and a beer.
going to enjoy this one so much. They're going to run the ball so much more this year. Look at that offensive line. Did you not see that road grader from where that they drafted him from? Oh, you are welcome.
Oh, yeah.
God, he is good looking.
Ohio State.
So good looking, too.
Well, actually, I wish I don't think we can run film here because I don't know. It's maybe we can put it up on this TV for next year. But
that's a fine.
People wanted to get your guys' take. Did you see the clip of Donovan Jackson at training camp?
Oh, the screen pass?
Getting out.
You and I saw it firsthand. We were standing right next to each other, and we were like, did you see that?
I mean, that was like.
It was amazing. It was amazing. This is what you've added to this offensive line. Now you say, you're right, I'm not going to pull him to the outside where we have all this space and all these guys that love to be physical. Even like Christian Darrisaw, using him on the outside. Like, I'm super excited about this year, and I definitely think they're going to run the ball way more.
We'll see. I think Kevin O'Connell calls like 2 or 3 run plays, and then that little voice in the back of his head is like, throw it to 18.
But you can't. You said it. Why? Because we have pretty much a rookie quarterback. So all those times last year that we had this veteran that we were like, you know what? We're just going to hail it up there. We can't really do it that much. I don't think KOC is that incompetent to know, hey, listen, this kid's young, and instead of 2nd and 8 where I'm going to put a ball 20 yards down the field, I'm just going to toss it out here now, or I'm going to hand it off here now. That's more realistic than him going in there and going, throw it all on you, kid. You're going to do great. Like, that's not what he's going to do. He's smarter than that. You listen to him.
I understand that, but every coach – you've been around them. When things start to go panicking, they go back to what they know.
We're not going to throw everything on the rookie. Remember, we're not.
We'll see.
We'll find everybody else. Okay.
What's funny, though, is like even last year.
Steak and a beer, bro.
Even last year. Well, two years ago when Cousins went down and it was like Dobbs, Mullins, Jaron Hall, the Vikings still were, I think, 3rd in the league in pass attempts.
Oh, yeah.
And then last year with Sam Darnold, they said, we're going to run the ball a little bit more. But Darnold still finished 8th among all starting quarterbacks in pass attempts. So,
veteran.
Yeah.
But he's not going to change his system.
Veteran.
That's like you're saying. That's like going and saying, like, hey, Giro, we're paying Herbert, so we're going to throw the football a lot more now. What's Giro going to say over in the Chargers?
Exactly what he said, but this is different because he's young, and it's like, hey, listen, instead of throwing a ton on the young player, we're not going to do that this much. I guarantee you KOC won't.
We'll see.
Watch.
So you're saying this gentleman's shirt here, the Mike Zimmer era of run, pass, punt,
it's
is
back.
what you'd like to see.
Back. You know, that's the old Pete Carroll. When in doubt, just run it, guys. You're like, God, these defensive guys are all born the same. They're literally like, run the ball.
It's not going to happen.
Not going to happen.
Are you guys ready for some dumb football questions here?
Always.
Dumb football questions. By the way, we do have a microphone here, which I don't. Maybe this is a terrible idea, but if you have a dumb football question,
wait.
let me ask a couple first,
Jay,
just to get going here.
Toss him one.
Hold on. Yeah, someone's got to do this one.
Someone's got to hit it.
Oh man. I'm still like I'm
fired
up still from the first one, dude.
You act like we
point me to the field.
Oh,
how many do we have left?
Crap.
Oh, we got Agent Jeremiah.
Just in time.
He'll be back.
Just in time, Phil.
So,
what's up?
First dumb football question here, and by the way, line up at the microphone, and we'll get to you guys here, and we're also going to play a game of when he comes back. Major League Baseball player or Minnesota State Fair food vendor, because it's hilarious how little Jeremiah knows about baseball.
He's an idiot.
But Chris Topher 73 on Twitter says, after retiring from football, what is the hardest part about not playing anymore? How do you figure out what you do all day when you're done playing football?
That's why I own a gym, just because I can't not be around it. And for me, it was the physicality, and it's funny because when we talked, for Jay, it was the meeting rooms and being around the guys and a lot of the X's and the O's. And for me, it was the Wednesdays when we used to go do bow-up drill, and they would just call it duo, and you'd look up and see Linval Joseph sitting there just pissed, nasty, and you'd be like, it's go time. Like, that was the greatest thing for me, and I had a blast doing it, so I miss that a lot. And that's why I own the gym now. And as you saw, one of the boys was here earlier, like, we get after it and we have fun. So, but I mean, other than that, it's different now, man. Kids are different, especially because coaching, right? Like, I was coaching for a while, and football's not like it used to be. You can't do the Oklahoma drill like we used to do it. You can't do these like bull in the ring drills because moms are like, excuse me, excuse me.
Did you have the 6th graders doing the Oklahoma drill?
We may have at times. I mean, listen, it wasn't always me that wanted to do the drill. My other assistant coaches were always like, hey, we got to bring football back, right, Booney? Yeah. And I was like, all right, I guess so. Let's do it. And we taught a lot, but you know, it's different not playing. But I think it's great because this, as you get older, it changes, and you see these guys, especially like you see guys like Joe, right? And Joe's, I mean, he's a specimen, right? And he's just such a great kid. And it's like, man, we were never really like that. We were always causing trouble or chaos or doing stupid things. And these guys now are not like that at all. They're smart. They're respectable. You love to be around them. You love to talk to them. And when I remember our coaches were always just so tough on us and beat the crap out of us.
Because you guys are just animals.
Well, they grab you by your face mask. Like, come here. And you'd be like, okay, okay, I'll come over here. It was just terrible. Now you don't do that. And I don't know. It's different.
Yeah. All right, come on up. Tell us your name and what is your dumb football question.
My name's Rob, and I'm from Alexandria. I'd like to shout out John Boy, Ben, Isaiah, Hayden, all them. There we go.
Hayden, let's go.
And I do have a dumb football question.
Let me hear it.
Why do they call the football a pigskin?
Because isn't it made out of leather?
It's not pigskin. It's leather. It's beefskin.
Yeah, you made a living.
Wasn't the original? Wasn't the old original ones made out of the old pigskin?
Like 100 years ago?
Yeah, I'm sure the originals were made out of it. And now they are not. Don't the footballs? They're made in Ohio, right?
I have no idea.
All the NFL footballs are made in Ohio.
Are they?
Yeah. Where's that city?
The original ones had the snout of the pig
sense.
on the side.
Ohio Hall of Fame.
Dude, absolutely. Come
Google
on.
that.
I'm
There we
Googling
go.
it right
Google
now.
it, Booney.
We're going to stop the show until you figure out the answer to
Let's
this
go
question.
right now. And
It's a showstopper. It's a dumb question.
the problem is we don't have internet here. We were looking up.
We do. You got to get I'll get you the password here.
Yeah.
We're going to look that up for
All right,
you.
I got one more thing.
Hit me.
Packers suck.
Yeah.
I like him. I like him a lot.
Just chaos. All right. What's your name? What's your dumb football question?
Yes, my name's Christopher. I have a hypothetical rule change to the tush push.
Oh, wow.
Wait a minute. Who said we wanted to change the tush push?
No,
we
hear
are
me
in
out.
favor of the tush push.
I am, but
Okay.
hear me out. I play rugby, so hear me out.
Fair.
First, you have to declare the tush push. And two, you allow defenders to push each other, just like a rugby scrum.
They used to.
Okay.
They used to. They actually outlawed that. When I was first in the NFL, the kickoff or the field goal block team, the guys, 3 of them would line up behind 3 of them, so it was like 6 guys, and 3 would push the 3. We lost a lot of guys. We lost a lot of knees. Jay, do you remember when they used? Yeah, I'm having PTSD thinking about it because you'd line up, and I'm not kidding you. These guys would line up, and they'd be like, "You are so," and you'd be like, "We are screwed."
Did you tell them what the coaching point was?
Grab
grass and die a slow death.
That was terrible.
That was the coaching point.
Like, you would
grab
literally,
grass and die a slow death.
You'd be grabbing each other, falling backwards, like, I'm going to snap a kneecap. Nobody cares. And they outlawed that, so you can't do that anymore. But I don't mind telling people it's a tush push, but I feel like they already know. The minute the huddle's broken, everyone's like, it's tush push time, because there's like 11 guys in this much space, and they're like, okay. I'm just baffled that nobody can stop it. Are you as baffled as I am?
Not really. I mean, if you have a competent offensive interior 3, you should be able to get a yard every single time. Every single time. If you have a competent
I guess I'm just
interior
that
3.
surprised there's that many competent interior offensive lines in the NFL.
So why are the Eagles? Are the
Oh,
Eagles
have
so
you
great
met
at
the
that
Eagles
play?
O-line?
Because
Yes.
of interior O-line and what percentage is Jalen Hurts?
Jalen Hurts is a big piece of it. Also, have you seen the quads on Saquon Barkley?
Huge.
I mean, you've got
Tree
a
trunks,
500-pound
dude. 'Cause he's
squatter
pushing
behind you.
But have you met the O-line? Have you met Landon Dickerson? He's like the size of this table, right? And then you look at the other side, and it was Mekhi Becton. He was like the size of the house. And it's like, okay, listen, we're going to do some special things, and that's why I always thought it was fun. But the fact that everyone copies it and still everyone can do it, it baffles me. But I do like the stoppage. Tell them right away. That'd be hilarious. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it.
If offense can push, why can't defense push, is my point.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, and you have to declare. I mean, there's certain things you have to declare now.
Yeah.
Onside kick, so
Which has
it's
made
not-
that not fun anymore.
Yeah. I mean, I think the reason for the defensive pushing thing was that was a high percentage injury rate versus they haven't proven that the tush push is a high percentage injury rate. Right? Except for my guy Beefy Jerky. So Cam Jurgens, Nebraska boy, he had back surgery this year, so it might hurt your own team. But
I was going to say, that's had more offensive injuries than anything because there's more centers that get stuck and then linebackers just tee off on them, and you're like, oh, that has to hurt so bad.
snapping.
Yeah, so I think that's
So
probably
bad.
why because there was a lot of injuries with the defensive pushing, and that's the NFL's about player safety, all that fun.
So
stuff.
much player safety. Yeah.
Player safety.
Even
Thank you,
man.
Thank you.
Hey, before we get to some more dumb football questions here, a shout out. You guys can support us here. We got a new sponsor on OLine Committee here.
Who?
HelloFresh.
Oh, my God.
HelloFresh. So, all right, you're running around. You got kids. You got sporting events. You got a dog, I guess, if you're me.
Yeah.
And life is busy. And HelloFresh helps you in case you don't have time to go to the grocery store or make your own meals, whatever it may be. And they've got some great recipes. They've doubled their menu, for one. I don't think they offer smelling salts. Healthier than ever. You can get high protein. You guys are counting macros, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, those donuts. I logged all those.
You can get your protein or veggie-packed recipes. Also, steak, seafood. Maybe you could do your steak and a beer through HelloFresh.
Amazing.
So we appreciate HelloFresh jumping on board, supporting the OLine Committee. The best way to cook just got better. Go to HelloFresh.com/OLine10FM. That's HelloFresh.com/OLine10FM to get 10 free meals and a free item for life, 1 per box with active subscription. Free meals applied as discount on the first box. New subscribers only. That's HelloFresh.com/OLine10FM to get 10 free meals.
I can't wait for Boone to do reads. I can't wait to watch you read on paper.
Amazing.
Boone, do you have dirty windows right now? How dirty are your windows,
dirty,
Alex?
Mackey. They're real dirty.
How
Filthy.
dirty
Filthy
are your
mongrel.
windows? Because KW Outdoor Solutions, for the Twin Cities-based audience here, is here to help you with interior and exterior window cleaning and just exterior cleaning in general for your home, for your business. Dirt and dust buildup, hard water stains. Maybe you've got smelling salt stains all over the outside of wherever it is that you live or work. Cobwebs. Whether it's a one-time deep clean or part of a recurring maintenance plan, KW Outdoor Solutions can make your windows shine. Go to kwouttoorsolutions.com and mention that you heard about this on Score North or the OLine Committee and get 10% off your first service. That's kwouttoorsolutions.com. All right. Oh, wow. Thank you.
Question time.
Thank you. Yes.
Questions. I like
go.
questions.
I almost shut him off, guys. I swear I did.
Do you guys have any smelling salts I can steal?
Oh, man.
I think we used them all.
You guys.
Listen.
Just try that one. That one's
Here.
fresh. That one's fresh.
Here. Fresh one.
Fresh one? Oh, yeah. Come on. Squeeze. Squeeze.
Have you tried these
Squeeze.
before?
Don't stop. Shut up.
Squeeze it.
Squeeze and break it. Yep.
Oh, yeah. It's amazing.
Yep.
Do I have any more?
See? Look at him.
I have a statement and a question.
Do you have any more?
You only bought the 10-pack. I wanted you to buy the big box. That a boy.
My statement is
breaking
J.J.
it.
McCarthy is a beautiful, perfect boy. He has the best hair in the NFL, and we're going to win 12
He's
Super
crying.
Bowls in
He's
10 years.
Question. Yes. Keep going.
He's on a roll.
My question is, which guy on this team would you least like to date your sister?
Well, now that Diggs is gone.
Take my question off here.
Well, now that Diggsy's gone, that's a great question.
Was it universally Diggs the
100%.
answer?
Yeah.
And people are starting to see more and more why with his wild Instagram takes with the sniffs Brazilian butt lift. Yeah, that comment was wild.
Listen. We don't need to go down that road. It was funny because when we were at the same practice, and I was talking to somebody, and I was like, so? And he was like, don't. I was like, have you said hello? And he was like, I said don't. I was like, all right, never mind. I guess I go, can I go over? And he was like, I wouldn't. And I was like, okay, I won't. Like, I guess it makes me uncool here, but yeah, it's still Diggsy. I wouldn't let Diggsy date my sister.
I wouldn't let
sorry.
Diggsy date anyone that I know.
Or B-Rob.
B-Rob, yeah, but he's married. I don't know anyone on this team that I feel like is like, don't talk to.
I told you, man, they're different. Football players aren't like what they used to be. We were talking about that. We used to all be way different, and he was like, you can't let your sisters around any of them. Now they're all great guys. You're like, this guy's amazing. You play football? Are you sure you want to do this? These guys are terrible in that room. Don't go in there. I know.
I don't have one. I don't know anyone not well. I mean, I don't know that team well enough. It's different when you're in the locker room and you see their day-to-day mannerisms. You're like, not you.
They're bad.
Yeah.
They're real bad.
All right, name and dumb football question.
Chris, and I got 2 dumb questions. One, I want to start with Sirles. Sensitive button upcoming.
Okay.
You are undrafted, free agent.
Yep.
Is it easier? Well, I shouldn't. Money aside.
Yep.
Is it easier to be like undrafted free agent to sign with a team that you can choose versus being like a 6th or 7th round pick?
That's a great question.
Great question.
Here, what's your second one, and then I'll answer that one.
Second one will kind of go by Boone. It'll be all you can also answer. It's an interior offense lineman. I notice is a lot of like shorter people. Obviously, Alex Boone is tall like me. So I know.
You guys
I
do
don't know.
resemble each other physically.
You guys brothers?
So I don't.
Are we related?
So I don't know what's cons of being so tall, being interior offensive lineman.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Dude,
So-
slinging the question.
Yeah, so
Thank you, dude. Appreciate it.
yeah, great question, Chris. So the first question, about the being an undrafted free agent versus, let's call it a 7th-round pick, right? And so we kind of had this situation a little bit this year in my agency where Mason Richmond, client of mine, had a ton of interest going in the draft, and people are like, hey, we think he's going to go in the 6th or 7th. Well, we get to the 7th, and I'm starting to start a range where I want to place him as an agent for the undrafted piece, right? I've broken down all 32 rosters. I'm going, okay, they drafted this guy, they didn't draft this guy. This is a great chance here in this room. I want to send him here. And so I agreed to a deal with the team before the draft was over. It's illegal. And then all of a sudden, all the teams that are calling trying to get him, you go, sorry, you got to draft him if you want him. And that's what ended up happening. Seattle was like, well, we want him. We just drafted him. I would have never put Mason Richmond with Seattle based on the fact they drafted Gray and then they drafted Cable Dew, right? And so it was a full room. But there's also the piece of it. It's a double-edged sword because when you carry the undrafted free agent tag with you throughout the rest of your career, you're always trying to be replaced. Like, it's just a natural thing. It's like no one wants the undrafted free agent guy. But when you're a draft pick, the NFL views you as, at one point in time, someone wanted you. And so you carry that like, hey, he was drafted, regardless if he was picked 232 or picked 32. He was wanted by the NFL at one point, and you will always get more chances in the NFL as a draft pick versus an undrafted free agent. So early success maybe not be as good. You might have to start on practice squad just because the room's full versus being placed as an undrafted free agent, having a chance to go make the active roster your first year. But in the long run, being drafted is always better than being undrafted.
Yeah, I would agree with that 100%. And, I mean, yeah.
You were undrafted too.
I was
you didn't have a
undrafted.
choice.
No, I didn't have.
You were forced to be undrafted.
What a friend.
The talent of a first-round pick.
I mean,
the risk of an undrafted.
You were just
free
talking
agent.
about Google. It's not hard to find.
Shut up. Shut up.
In fact, we
That
should
was
do
expunged, okay? Leave me alone.
we should do a reading from Alex
Yeah.
Boone's Google search.
People don't
and
forget.
see what-
No, we shouldn't.
But
Listen,
anyways,
one of the
tall
cons,
guys
one of the
in the entire
cons
line.
about being a tall
Anyway.
guy. Listen.
So tall guards.
Before I get
Tall
ultra
guards.
of myself.
sensitives here.
I need an ultra. No, I think one of the hardest things is you have to play at a different level. Like, obviously, I played Aaron Donald twice a year. He was in the Rams, and he was every bit of 6 foot. So getting to play him, you'd have to meet him at his level. And being 6'8", it kind of sucked. But at times, I had such great ability to use my length, so I could be way off the ball. And he wasn't really good in space. Like, he'd kind of get lost in it. He always was good at beating guys right away. And so the minute you, would get away from him, it was great. But it was also guys like Michael Bennett and they taught me that the farther back I could get and the faster I could use my hands, the more effective I would be. So it was great playing those guys all the time, which eventually led to playing guys like Sue and J.J. Watt, and you'd have those. But I'll tell you what, there were times where we would get stood up on our deuces, and Jay knows what I mean because I was so high, and they would get on me constantly.
That means something to the general public that I don't think
So,
you meant
deuces.
A deuce.
Get stood up on your deuces.
So on a power on the front side versus a 3 technique, the guard and the tackle do what's called a deuce. You know, football. Exactly. It's about to get real technical. Everybody brace yourselves.
Who wants
Here
to,
we go.
Here we go. Who wants to hear 60 seconds straight of football
This is
jargon? Because it's coming
Here
right
we go.
for it.
Listen. On a power, and power is your most old school play. Now it's called duo. We used to do it with Adrian a lot here. The guard is what's going to perform a deuce, and he's what's called the poster. He's the lifter, and you have to get underneath that 3 technique. And as 6'8", you got to get really underneath the Aaron Donald, who's 6 foot.
Low man wins.
But at times it was great because if I could get enough running start, I could just lift up anybody. And I played next to a guy at first named Anthony Davis. He was 365 pounds, and he never did cardio. And I don't know how he could do it, but he could run all day. I mean, he was amazing. And he would just come down and smash people down. But it sucked because when I would get tired, I would start to raise up, and then people would stop our deuces, and I would get yelled at. And I would also get in trouble a lot because my stance was so awkward from the run to pass that you could tell the difference right away. And so the coaches will be like, well, I don't even know why we're trying to hide it. Dumbass over here can't even get in a stance. Listen, I'm 6'8", playing a 5'8" position. Leave me alone. They'd be like, whatever. Giro was really actually kind of harsh about it at times.
You know what's fun? So the second preseason game for the Vikings, Jonathan Grenard was on the broadcast
Yeah,
for
I
the
watched
fourth
it.
quarter.
It's great.
And did you see him? He was, and these are kind of third-string linemen that he's looking at, but he's a defensive guy looking at the offensive lineman, And for 3 or 4 plays in a row, he was like, this is a run play.
Yeah.
This is a pass play. And the announcer said, how do you know that? He goes, they can't hide it with their stances. So that's such a chess game within the chess game.
To be fair, sometimes they see us all up in 2-point stances. They're like, it's a pass. And you're like,
Yeah, it's 3rd and 8, moron.
Yeah,
3rd and 8.
It's pass 3rd and
play.
20.
What
Yeah.
I get really impressed is like when everyone's in a 2-point and someone's like, it's a run, and you're like, how do you know? And they'll be like, hey, they only take the tight end off the ball, and he'll motion. They'll be running the ball every time.
But it's like, did you play against Luke Kuechly?
Yes. And
So I can visually remember we talked
All
about
the
it
time.
all week. They were like, hey, it was 2016. We're playing the Panthers. And they were like, listen, if you're light on your hand at all, he's going to call out that it's power and you're pulling. And so I remember we called power, and I was like, oh, I'm not going to let him know. And I like went down. I was super heavy on my hand. And I was like, oh, I'll make him think. And all of a sudden I hear him go, hey, it's power. He's pulling. And I was like, how does he know?
Overcompensating.
Like, how does he know? But, like, he would call out screens.
He knew everything,
Like, you'd
dude.
get
He was
down.
a psycho.
You get down, you call, and all of a sudden he'd be like, hey, screen left. And in your head, you're like, oh, my God, it's screen left.
Yeah, no, he'd like, he'd just be like, at you. He'd like look at you and be like, it's a screen right here. And you'd be like, did I just give that away?
Like, was
did
that
I
me?
give
Is
that
that my
away?
fault? Then you go on the sideline like, how did he know? And you're
when
like,
that happens,
I don't know.
do you
It was
change
Anthony.
the play?
No, you just roll with it.
You run with it, and you better hope you get on him. And that's exactly what happened. Was he looked at me and he's like, "It's a screen," and I was, "You got to be kidding me!" And so I of course, I tried to oversell it. You got to go too fast, and I ended up not making the play, and he ended up making the tackle. We land on the top of each other, and all of a sudden we start having this conversation. He's like, "Hey, bud, what's up?" And I'm like, oh, my God, I'm talking to Luke Kuechly. I'm like, what's up, Luke? He's like, hey, man, Ohio football players, we got to stick together. And I'm like, you're crushing my balls, dude. Get off of me. Literally one of the greatest times of my life. That's so much fun.
He was incredible.
We ended up losing that game, too.
We'll get back to the mic here in a second, but Corey Larson chimes in. So we had a variation of this question like a year ago, but I think it'd be great to ask it in this form for this audience, too. So Corey, and you've had surgery, so you've had a knee replacement, so your answer might be different.
Uh-oh.
Mackey, what level of football could Jeremiah and Alex join right now in their current retired
Ding
condition?
me right now. I'm going to do it.
And
No, you're
dominate.
not.
Is it
Ding the
is it D3 college? Is it high school varsity? Right now.
NFL.
CFL?
No, you could not.
Right now, I could walk out there.
not.
I could beat so much ass. You
Dude,
have
no.
no idea, dude.
You're wearing a knee sleeve to walk around the
It's
Minnesota
because
State Fair.
have you seen the scar? It's disgusting, dude. It's gross.
You said this to two. You're like, oh,
Wait,
give
so
me
the knee sleeve is more like cosmetic than
It's
functional?
all I do. Have you seen the scar? It grosses me out. And then the problem was when I was with my softball team, the girls would stare at it and be like, Coach, what's...
Who wants to see Alex's
No.
surgery scar?
No. It's terrible.
Show
it's
the
so
scar.
disgusting.
See, here's what you guys
Show
don't
the
know.
scar.
Here's-
Show the scar. Show the scar.
Okay, fine.
Show the scar.
You see it? It's terrible. I don't know how to
It's
stand
not
up.
even that bad.
It's terrible. Look at the. I mean, dude, it's this, and the knee is so big, and it's gross.
For
I
those,
know.
so listen. For those of you that are
Fudge.
not aware of Alex, there's a few
Fudge.
things in his life that he gets really sensitive about: his weight and his knee scar. And so if you call him fat, he's going to be like, oh, "Me? I'm not fat.
I'm not fat. Okay, leave me alone. I'm not fat.
Oh, I need the bell so bad."
By the way, dude, like Alex
I do
is,
too.
I need the bell
to
so
fight him.
bad.
I'm
Alex
gonna
is one of
fight him.
those players. So you got done playing. Well, then you got done playing. Then you started doing like Ironman. You did a
Yeah, I did
escape
Ironman
from
Wisconsin.
Alcatraz
Yep.
Ironman thing. Then you put all the weight back on to go back to the NFL.
Yep.
But yeah, you lost like 75 pounds.
You look
of
sick.
Did an
offensive line
Ironman and
fat,
then
right?
came back. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
bored. I'm still bored. God, Sirles, get me on a team.
So okay, what is it?
immediately.
Is it if you
I mean,
right now? What
How
Wyzetta
long-
versus?
You're saying like today, current, right now?
yeah.
I don't think I could play. I don't think I could play. I could play high school ball. I don't think I do college.
Could you dominate?
I could dominate high school ball. 100%. You could dominate. I could dominate high school. I get my ass kicked in college. No doubt. about it.
D3?
Yes. I'm just. Those dudes are in the prime of their life. They're 19, 20 years old.
So are you. What is
Oh my
wrong
God.
with you?
You're
My
so
God.
delusional.
You're doing great,
dude.
big guy.
You're
Dude.
so. Boone's like, oh, I can go out on Monday Night Football right
I
now
would-
against Chris Jones, be just fine.
I'm
You
not
would
gonna
get
lie. I
your
started walking
ass
out on the
torn
field like,
up.
somebody give me a helmet. I got this, Twister.
No
I can
shot,
do this
dude.
shit in my
You're
sleep.
so
Give me the
crazy.
damn pads right now.
No. See, like I go to the Senior Bowl every year, and I'm just watching these dudes. I'm like, yeah, there's no shot. There's no shot. These dudes are freaks. They're freak shows. You're an idiot.
I'd love to see this. I don't know if there's a way to make this happen.
I would love to make it happen. Could we make it happen?
Because the NFL would tell you no.
I know, they already did.
They would put a waiver on every part of your body and be like, you die.
They literally did. They were like, I remember leaving Seattle, and they were like, Boone, you are never going to walk into another room. They're like, we have called everybody. I was like, seriously, why would you do that? Why would you?
Because you would die out there.
4 years later, I had knee surgery. It's over.
I would watch this on Netflix. If
the comeback?
Let's and it wouldn't be to go back to the NFL. It would literally be to play like Division III college football.
Well, there's those like U35 teams out there.
Have you been watching that? The U40s? Oh my God, they make me laugh, dude.
Televised?
Oh no, but they need
like,
to.
They have like a
need
league.
to.
They have a league of these people that are like, and I apologize if any of you are in this league, but like it's these guys that are like still putting the pads on and going out there, and like some 65-year-old guy was out there playing offensive line, and they're just out there for the love of the game, and there's like a fist fight every other play. It's out of control.
I would.
Did he move again?
He's already moving out of the frame.
Is he moving out of the
I
frame
can't
again?
help myself.
I have to
Pat
move.
Lager's the best, man. Pat Lager just going around. We had to give a shout-out here. Dylan chimes in here. It's not really a dumb football question, but he deserves a shout-out. Hey, boys, you have one of my favorite podcasts I listened to. Was pumped to meet you guys at the State Fair, but it happened to be the same week that I'm on my bachelor party up in Brainerd, Minnesota, so I'll have to make the next one. Would love to see you guys next time. And he said, I'm going to pre-fine Mackey for a sensitive on the smelling salts in advance.
Do we have any more? No, you only
Shout
got a
out to
10-pack.
Dylan.
You're supposed to get the.
You went through 10 of those?
Yes. You're supposed to get the like 100-pack. You can grab handfuls at a time.
10?
Yeah, they're gone.
I had one. That guy had a half a pack.
I think I had 3 or 4.
Come
What's
on
your
up. What's
question,
your
my
dumb
man?
football
Sorry, we're out of
question?
smelling salts.
My name's. Hello?
I think we got you.
Yeah. So my name's Jackson. I just want to shout out my wife. She's been sitting with me here since 12:30 this morning.
Hey, what a saint.
Seriously.
So I got a little story time before my football question. So I think May of last year, I was in Costco just grabbing a few things before a fishing trip. I catch something out of the corner of my eye.
Oh, shit.
Huge dude.
Yeah, I already know where this is going.
Huge
I
dude.
love Costco, by the way. I am a Costco fanatic.
I peek again. I'm like, oh my God, that's Alex Boone. I walk up to him, and I'm like, hey, how's it going? Are you Alex Boone? He's like, don't say it too loud.
I need my bell so bad.
Ding. Prima donna.
I love myself.
But I had a good conversation with him. It was awesome. But then you guys
Appreciate
had a podcast a week later when you're like, hey, do you ever get recognized in public? And you said, no.
I had to say no or else I knew a fine was coming. Because the minute you go, yes, ding.
Ding.
Kidding me?
That's a lying fine.
God,
Ding.
there's so many fines you just started. God.
I feel like, by the way, there's probably some people that just discovered the OLine Committee walking by 3 beers deep at the State Fair.
Yes, which is the perfect time to listen to the OLine Committee.
Yeah, it is actually.
3 beers deep.
What is the fine system that you keep referring to?
That's
just for the
that's a
audience
great
that doesn't
point.
know.
So in the offensive line room,
I used to have a picture of it.
yeah, I have
it
one
somewhere. I'll
we had
pull
a
it
big
up.
we had a big whiteboard in the front that was obviously for the coach, and then we had a big whiteboard on the back that we would write our fines on. And we would have fines for like sensitive, self-suck, big baller,
California
fine, like feelings fine, the ultra-sensitive fine. And they would all be a dollar amount. And then Boone had a doorbell that he would have on his desk. And if you got fined, he would ding, and then I was the ledger, and I'd open up my Judd's camp notes, and I'd sit there.
No, it was the best because like Jay would take notes on the front, and the fines were on the back. So every time I'd go ding, like ultra, he'd go, God, and like, so I'd flip his whole book over, write it down, and then he'd have to flip it back, and then I'd be like ding, and he'd be like, fuck.
Yeah, so we kept it all year, and then at the end of the year, Tony, we would give a quarter of the fines. We would go do like a Thanksgiving thing. We'd do a shopping thing for Christmas, and then we'd take the rest of the money, and we would go to Vegas or Miami and have a fantastic time.
So fun.
Dude, the number was a lot larger than you would think, too, because that bell was like the New York Stock Exchange in there some days. It was just ding, ding,
See,
ding,
and that was my job, was to be a real harsh critic of everybody, right? Like, my goal at the end of it was like, when we're standing at the blackjack table, do I want us to have 10 grand or 20, right? And so I'd be like, guys would start to fall, and you'd lose frame, but ding! Guaranteed he fell. Guaranteed I know he's not that athletic. And Tony'd be like, well, I mean, I'd be like, write it down, Sirles, right now. Like, just write shit
you
down.
got the hand clap fine, right? You see someone like, I got beat. Shoot, and there's a ding. And then they'd be like, I didn't do it. Oh, palms sensitive.
Palms
and then
up.
there's $50 like that. And you're like, that sucks for you. So, yes, that is the fine system.
And hey, to be fair, like,
the Stockholm love thy captor.
Dude, if you oh God, we used to have so many fines. It was terrible. The problem was if you didn't pay the moment it was due, it doubled every day until you paid.
Well, that was the thing. Like, so I had to collect the fines, right? Quarterly. I was like the tax collector, and you had a day to send me. Like, if you did not bring it in, the next day the fine doubled. Like, your total doubled, and then it doubled again, and then it doubled again.
Yeah.
And so I remember we're getting ready to go to Vegas, and I had to go to the bank to get, because it's this hodgepodge of like 20s and 50s and 10s. And I walked in there with like 40 grand, and I was like, "Can I get these in hundreds, please?" And they're like, "What do you do
They
for a
think
living?"
you rob gas stations or something.
I was like,
dude.
I don't even know how to explain this to you, but like, I'm not a drug dealer. I promise. I promise I'm not. I was like, can I just get these? And they were like, "Can you talk to the branch manager?" I was like, "Sure, would love to." Like, I just walked in there with it was awful.
Dude, the best is when we got guys fined for real through the team. Like, if you got a team fine, you couldn't get away from that. They just take it out of you. And there was a few guys that we didn't like, and we had them doing errands for us at certain times that, like, they should have been doing other things. And they'd come to us like, dude, I'm supposed to be like, you know the rules. The food's not there. Your ass is grass. And they'd be going to, like, Chick-fil-A for us when they should have been in rookie meetings, and instantly they'd come down, they'd be like, "Where's that rookie?" Be like, "No idea.
No idea.
No clue. Don't know where he is.
Haven't seen him all morning.
We don't like him, and he didn't come yet. So you let us know when you find him." There were guys getting hit with huge fines, like 10 grand fines for not showing up, and we were like, "Oh, our bad. Probably should have had that food ready to go, huh?" Yeah, I would have.
Don't leave the iPad in Seattle.
I wouldn't do that either.
Oh man,
dude, when he left, oh my god.
Question, sorry.
Yeah,
We're
back from our side.
You got me fined too, dude. God.
Sorry.
Palms.
So, dumb football question. As a former O-lineman, I feel like,
That's a lie.
you get.
Wait, you are, or are you talking about these guys?
You guys as well, me as well.
Oh,
Like,
look at you.
high school, not as big a deal as you guys.
No.
But I feel like if you did the right thing, no one gave a crap. If you did the wrong thing, you got crapped
Tossed
on.
out all day.
Do you feel like with podcasts like your guys and like the social media area and the current like football society, do you feel like O-linemen have more respect now or in like previous, like in the past? Do you think it's garnered more respect as time's gone on?
Well, I think so. Most O-linemen hate social media, right? Like, it's just not our thing. Like, you talk to a lot of O-linemen, they're like, "Dude, I don't want to post. I don't want to do that nonsense." Then, we always said, like, O-linemen are like mushrooms. Like, put us in the dark and feed us shit, and we'll flourish, right? Versus, like, that's just
true.
It's a fact.
It's a saying.
But like,
it's a saying
what's really fun is O-linemen, in my opinion, have the best personalities on the entire team. And so podcasts like, obviously, the Kelseys, and then you have Whitworth with Fitz, and then you're seeing some more of the guys. I think Mitch Morris just started one Monday morning with Mitch. You're getting to see these really cool
Kings on the
Kings on the Raw Room. Like, you're getting to see these really fun personalities out there on there now. So I think that people are starting to realize, like, oh, these guys are actually a lot more fun. They don't get notoriety because there's no fantasy football besides our Fat Guy Fantasy, which we have to do.
We should probably do that.
We should probably actually like keep track this year.
It's really
Mac.
Ding. But it's just one of those things that I think that you're getting to see more and more O-line personalities out there, which is getting more respect for the position, in my opinion.
Yeah. It's funny too because if they knew the truth, like the O-line kind of runs the team. The O-line runs the offense and the D-line runs the defense, and it's like the minute you piss off our room, it's like, okay, now I'm going to throw chaos everywhere, right? Like the minute people walk in, like, get out now. But thought we were all cool. We're not. Get out. And they're like, oh shit, who pissed them off, right? Or the best is when you'd walk in and the coach would be like, get out now, and you'd be like, oh, you pissed off the coach. Like, oh, you really messed up now. But the minute you mess with us, it's over, which is super fun too. And I think that that's the one thing, like, we can take getting hated on by a lot of people, but the minute it comes down from our own team, that's when we're like, okay, that's enough, right? Like, we always, forever and a day, and I knew coaches that would post funny stuff and be like, the O-line played terrible, and he'd be like, well, I had you all graded out at positive, but I must not know what I'm looking at. And you'd be like, Tony, stop it. Those analytics. Yeah. Mackey, you're so silly.
Your statistics. You look at the statistics. Thank you, dude. That was a really good question.
Thank you. You guys are awesome.
Awesome. Appreciate you.
All right, come on up.
My name's Gavin. First of all, Boone, I like to say, without the Windows Vista computer, you look a lot smaller in person. So that's pretty tough.
See? Sensitive.
Sensitive.
They're down. They're down. I'm getting flush, aren't I? I'm getting flush.
I would just like to point that out because high definition Boone's not nearly as big as I thought he was going to be.
Yes. Thank you, Gavin. I appreciate your honesty.
I'm okay.
So as a big Formula One fan, lifetime Formula One fan, since I was really young, I have been loving the F1 business, and I think that Jeremiah really has been encapsulating the season quite well, and I think that we need to have a OLine Committee podcast where we have Boone watch a race, specifically one of the ones that are like 5 a.m.
I would fall asleep so fast.
No, you wouldn't.
Because it would be hilarious to watch.
Yes.
My biggest question is in F1 this year, who do you think is going to take home the title out of the two McLaren drivers?
Can I ask it? Can I answer this? Is it Max Verstappen?
No, it's not.
Hold on.
Do I get
You
it?
only get 1 minute.
I get 1 minute. Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
All right,
Ready?
it's the F1 minute.
Do you have my,
here.
where's our button bar?
This is not our button
You're
bar.
killing me.
Hey, if he goes over, he gets fined.
All right.
I mean it.
You get 1 minute on the clock. It's Jeremiah
Starting now.
Sirles with the F1 minute starting now.
Great question, Gavin. So I think Oscar Piastri is probably the best driver right now on the McLaren team. Lando Norris is going to turn into essentially Daniel Ricciardo.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Oh,
he's
yeah.
going to sit there. He's going to be like, do I want to compete with Max? No, he's going to probably leave. I bet you he ends up driving for Cadillac or Audi in the next couple of years. But I think that Oscar Piastri is by far the best driver in F1 right now with McLaren. You've got, I don't know. I think Charles might be able to make a push if Ferrari's car can stop being a shitbox. But you just keep going. Max Verstappen by far is the most talented driver in there, but he's locked in for Red Bull for 1 more year. He'll probably end up on Mercedes. In 2 years, they'll get rid of George Russell. But I'm just really excited to see that battle between Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri as they continue to push to the end here. But I do think at the end of the day, Oscar Piastri comes out.
Wow. Wow.
I do not cheer that
F1
on. You knock that
The
off
F1
right now.
minute.
None of you watch that. That's nonsense.
That's not true. Thank you,
I'd
Gavin.
like to add one more thing really quick as well.
Yes.
I was going to get Boone a Max Verstappen shirt, but I thought he was going to be 2XL. Now I would have known he would have spent large. So I'm glad it didn't go there and buy the Max Verstappen
I'm not
shirt.
mad. You're mad. I'm okay. I'm okay.
Because that would have been a waste of money.
Thank you so much, Gavin.
Also, I need you guys to actually do breakdowns on your own film because you can pull it up so fast on your computer.
Yes.
We need to see breakdowns on Boone
We'll pull up
the
the Monday night game against the Giants.
Don't do that.
We'll
I
do
lost
that.
my
We'll
leg
do
that
that. We'll do
night.
that.
I lost my leg
God,
that
dude.
night. Don't do
Love
that.
it, man.
Thank you,
Love
Gavin.
it. Let's keep them coming.
Yes.
Hey guys, my name's Hannah. Just wondering, okay, so before you were NFL players, you were clearly just like regular guys who liked football, albeit psychotically competitive freaks of nature. But my question is, once the NFL is your job, what's your relationship like with the teams that you rooted for when you're?
That's a good one.
Yeah,
I know
before
your
you're in
team.
there?
You know my
What's that
team.
like?
Yeah.
I used to get made fun of all the time, so I was a big Browns fan. And so the scores would pop up, and I'd be like, God, they lost again? People would be like, Boone, you can't be for real. I'd be like, dude, it's my team. They'd be like, you are the worst. They used to say, like, the mistake from the leg. They used to make fun of me.
It's like while you were with the 49ers.
Yeah, I'd constantly watch up. I'd be like, did they do it? Did they do it? No. They never won. They always lost. And then I got to play.
So you're still rooting for
I'm a
another
huge Browns
team while
fan.
you're playing
absolutely.
for. Okay.
I'm the biggest Browns fan. I can't stand Jimmy Haslam. I can say that because we're here. I think he's the worst owner in the NFL. I don't think he cares about his players at all. I don't think he cares about the league. I'm scorch earthing because he's trying to take the team and move them to like the weirdest city next to the airport, and the airport said no, and he's still trying to do it. So I'm like, listen, a billionaire can't be told no once. Like, you have to tell them 1,000,000 times before they get it. So, but I'm still the biggest fan. Yeah, and I know your team's going to be good this year.
It was interesting for me because I went to San Diego, right? So I'm born and raised Denver. My dad and I grew up a huge Bronco fan. I went to all the Super Bowl parades, the whole bit. And my dad and I used to hate Phillip Rivers, right? We used to call him Crybaby Rivers and all that nonsense. And so obviously, of course, I go to San Diego. And so when I show up and people start asking me where I'm from, I'm like, oh, I'm from Denver. Like, oh, you're a donkey. I'm like, sure, I guess. And then as I made that team, I was able to travel to the Denver team, and they were just relentless on me. And so I kind of had to like take my fandom away because the team was just crushing me. But they're like, oh, you're going to go shake Peyton Manning's hand, you loser? I was like, kinda. I don't know, maybe. Of
course I am.
You think he would? Right? Like, yeah, you think he would? And like, so like they would just give me tons of crap. But like my dad's still a Bronco fan. And so I'd say honestly, I'm probably more of a Viking fan than a Bronco fan on that realm there. But, it is a weird thing when you get in the league and people ask you like, well, who's your favorite team now? I'm like, whoever signs the checks. Right? Like whoever signs the checks is by far my favorite team, but I still have a little bit of the love for the Broncos left.
Thanks, guys.
And I agree with you. I think I'm more of a Vikings fan than anything. Not only do I live here, but I do love KOC.
Yeah, I mean, it's also one of those things I spent majority of my career here with the Vikings, had my favorite games with that piece there, and so you do fall in love. I know you're still a Niners fan. You fall in love with the team that you had the biggest bond with in the NFL, and I think if you talk to a lot of NFL players, they would agree with that statement because you build memories and friendships and that thing with that team, and then you want to see that team continue to have success regardless of who's still on it.
Yeah, and you were here for parts of 2 seasons, Booney, and you guys liked it enough to stay living in Minnesota.
Well, when 4 kids get addicted to hockey, it ends up being you don't have a choice anymore. It's pretty rough.
Yeah, come on up. What's your name? What's your dumb football question?
My name is Jack. I just want to say I went to a D3 school, and I think you guys would be fine against most teams.
That's right.
That said, our starting left tackle is about to be the starting left guard of the 49ers this year, so every once in a while you get a stud. So, yeah. But my dumb football question is, oftentimes, especially in Minnesota, this seems to be a big thing, but hey, the O-line's not playing good. That's why, Kirk's not playing good or, different things.
Whoa.
But for example, what as a fan can we look for on Sunday to actually tell if the O-line is playing really well or if the O-line is actually struggling? What are some things other than just
that's a great
the quarterback
question.
has 5 seconds?
Tried to bait me into some Kirk slander.
I know. The hairs on back.
You sure did. You see that? He was cool.
The Kirk signal came up in the sky, and I was like,
I think that's a great question. Because Booney and I, when you watch football now after we've been in it for so long, you can't just watch the game. You analyze the game, even from the TV copy.
It's so hard.
And so the big things I look for from the TV copy specifically, there's really 2. One, in the run game, is there a new line of scrimmage being established, right? So if it's on the 48-yard line and they do a run play, are the defenders back on our side of the 48, or do we create a new one at the 50-yard line and the running back's there? That's usually a good tell sign. And then in the pass protection game, are there free runners? Right? Are there miscommunication errors where, hey, that linebacker's flying through, or that defensive tackle, the guard slid right and the center slid left, and all of a sudden that dude comes running through? That's when you know things aren't going well. But if you can say, hey, new line of scrimmage is established, looks like the communication up front is doing really well, guys are going to get beat, that's just what happens in this league at times. But if you can do those 2 things, then usually the game's going to go pretty well your way.
What would you say is the biggest misperception fans like us have? Because you watch a game
that's easy. That every hit on the quarterback is the O-line.
The quarterback gets sacked.
I'll give you the best case scenario. Anthony Richardson dislocates his finger, right? Gets creamed. What's the first thing the 3 of us do? We need to break this down, right? Yeah. I felt bad because the right tackle I trained with is actually from here, Jalen Travis, great kid, love him to death. And I had texted him after the game and was like, I'm sure you're getting a ton of heat. And he was like, a ton? I was like, but it's not your fault. We all watched it. They bring 6. You only have 5. But I hate when you get and I'm not saying these guys do it because I love Troy and I love Joe Buck. They've always been great to me and very nice to me, so I can never say anything. But there are some announcers well, the O-line is just not getting it done. And you're like, we're in a 5-man pro and they bring 6. Okay, it's okay. We're not going to check it down. It's okay. But that's their way of never coming at a quarterback, right? Because they go, who's going to take this better? The O-line or me digging the quarterback? Because instantly people will come back and fight you on the quarterback. With the O-line, everyone's like, well, we're going to have to watch the film. We're going to have to go back and analyze. But we saw in 10 seconds it wasn't the O-line's fault. How do I know? Because they all slid left and everybody was taking it. At times, people take 2. Jay's right. When you watch the tape, all I ever see is the O-line. And it drives me nuts sometimes because they're like, what happened? I'm like, I don't know. What happened?
I have no idea.
Tell me what happened. Tell me, did he drop it? Did he fumble it? It's terrible.
Well, the Anthony Richardson one you're talking about is a preseason game.
Huge.
And so it's an empty protection, right?
Yeah.
So there
were 6 up.
And so there's 6 up on the defense.
They went
there's
lion,
5
so you
offensive
squeeze
line.
in.
So you either have to shift the protection to your liking or understand there's a free runner, and that's fine. But you got to hit one of the hot routes.
But that's
right?
the thing is, I can't say that I'm surprised because it was Anthony Richardson. But the minute you come up and you see
Jones seasons, baby,
right? You walk up, you see 5, but you see 6. Instantly, you see the center go this way, right? You know everyone's collapsing down now. So as soon as you catch the ball, I look. Does he peel or does he come? If he comes, the ball's got to go. He didn't even look that way. He looks this way. It's like, dude, you don't even know what you're doing. Well, and then on top of it, you got the announcer going, I wish the O-line could just block somebody. You're like, I'm going to shoot everybody.
I mean, the other piece of it, too, is if you see a 3-step drop and then the quarterback holds it, Like that changes the way we set, right? Because they're saying, hey, it's a 3-step drop. You got to get on these dudes right away, jump them, get your hands on them. Well, that means we're going to compromise ourselves for position for if it was a 5 or a 7-step drop.
Right.
So like I was watching Seattle the other night. Jalen Milroe has a 3-step drop. He hits his back foot. That ball needs to go.
It
and
has
he
to go.
hesitates, and then he takes off and runs. He gets sacked. It's like, well, that's not on the O-line. That's on the quarterback.
But idiots like us are like,
no, why do you let him go?
How hard could it be? Just block him. I used to have a coach and be like, how hard could it be? Just block him. It's like, hey, are you the coach of receivers? Huh? Will you guys do anything ever? No? Okay, you're worthless.
Yeah, come on up. What's your dumb football question? What's your name?
Hi, my name is Chris. Just want to say, guys, welcome to Mackey's central hub for peak homerism.
Mm-hmm.
So if Mackey gets dinged for homerism, we all get dinged for homerism.
That's fair. We're in Minnesota. That's fair. That's fair.
In that vein, my dumb football question is, I haven't heard Jeremiah speak on this, so ding me for not studying tape. What was it like being on the field, on the roster for the Minneapolis Miracle? I know you probably get asked that a lot.
Yeah.
That's my question.
Yeah, so,
Like any fun stories or anything,
Yeah, I mean, so that was such a wild game because we were up, 17-0 at halftime. And so we all come in at halftime. We're like, oh, dude, we're going to go to the AFC. And then as the game went on, it wasn't going our way. I can vividly, so I wasn't on the field for the actual Miracle. I was on the sideline, but I was on the field goal team. And so I can vividly remember standing on the sideline as we're getting ready to throw that helmet going, well, I can have the truck packed by Tuesday. I'll be back in Lincoln by Wednesday. We'll go Cancun at the end. Oh my God, he caught it! Right, like so. I'm like strapping up, thinking that I was going to run out there for field goal, and they went and scored. I was like, oh, Cancun can wait a week, right? But it was literally that was the whole sideline was just so decimated.
Because when he caught the pass, because
it was Marshawn Lattimore that missed the tackle,
yeah,
right?
Well, so I was standing at the 48 because that's where if we were going to have to do a hurry up field goal. We thought hey, we're going to maybe check it down and we'll all try and run out there for a long field goal at the end.
Right, you could on TV you could only see up to a certain point and then it got cut off on the right screen. So when he caught it, I think watching on TV, you're all yelling, "Get out of bounds!"
Yeah, 100%.
And then he starts.
And then he took off and scored, and then it was just pandemonium. I mean, it was just. And so then, but this was before they made the rule that you didn't have to do the extra point anymore, right? And so helmets are freaking everywhere, right? Because everyone, and so they're like, you need 11. They're like, you need 11, and so I can't find my helmet. So Linville hands me his giant helmet. So I throw his helmet on. We run out there. We're getting on the field goal, and there's just stragglers. And I think it was Moorhead was their punter, and he was one of the 11 that came out and he had broken his collarbone. He's like, just kick it. I want to go home. And we're and all of us are and he's just standing over me on the field goal. And it was just, but I have never heard a stadium louder. And we've played in some loud places, but and I think a lot of it was because it was so quiet, and then it was so loud because usually it's big roar and then bigger roar. But I mean, you could hear a pin drop in that place, and then all of a sudden the roof just exploded. But yeah, I remember sitting on the sideline, going through the mental checklist of well, season's over, time to go home, and then oh, you got one more week. So, but yeah, that was a really cool experience.
Love it, man.
Thanks, guys. Love your show.
Thanks, Chris. Thanks for the question. Back to the questions online here. Some more dumb football questions. Let's go to, a bunch of people want to know for Agent Jeremiah here.
Yes.
What is it like to be an agent during cutdown week in the National Football League?
Well, I mean,
are you just like a therapist?
Well, I heard today that's Mental Health Day here at the State Fair. Well, that's not necessarily the case for me. It's not Mental Health Day. It's a bad Mental Health Day.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where you have to make sure. The first thing I do is going into cut weekend, you explain the possibilities to your client. Right, because you don't want them to feel blindsided. You don't want guys, so it's very different for veterans and rookies, right? Veterans that have been through it before, they understand what's happening. But with rookies, you have to just kind of walk them through, listen, there's 90 of you in there right now. Come Tuesday, there's going to be 53 of you. So people you think are safe are going to get cut. You people are going to go through here. So you walk them through okay, here's the process. They're not going to call you if you made the team, right? If you make the team, no one's going to let you know. You show up on Wednesday and you come to work.
Follow the rules.
You're either going to get a call that says, hey, coach wants to see you, bring your playbook. Or you're going to be at practice and the Grim Reaper is going to be walking around and just be like, hey,
come with me.
When you get a shower, just come upstairs. Coach wants to see you. And then you have to explain to them, either it's going to be, hey, we're going to cut you and we're going to waive you and then you're going to go on practice squad, or we're just going to basically put you on a plane and send you home right away. And so, obviously we call the front office, we talk back and forth, but you just really have to explain to them the process of okay, First waiver claim is Wednesday to claim to the active. If not, you become a free agent. Then you can sign on anyone's practice squad. And you're just really trying to help them because Booney's been cut, I've been cut. There's nothing worse than giving everything that you have and then having someone across from you look at you and tell you it wasn't good enough. Right? Like to be like, dude, I gave everything. Like, listen, it just wasn't good enough. And so you have to help them mentally work through that to understand, like, hey, you weren't good enough for them at this moment. That doesn't mean your career's over.
Yeah.
Right? You have to get back and work, and we'll have certain possibilities, whether it's the workout circuit or whether it's this practice squad or that practice squad. But a lot of it is just continuing to give them belief that, hey, this is what's going on, because it just feels like your dream is being ripped from you when it really is just, it's a step in the process. I mean, everyone in the NFL, 98% of the people in the NFL get cut at one point in time.
I'd say 99.
Yeah, I mean, very rarely, because you think, even the draft picks think, man, I'm going to go and I'm going to have this 10-year career and I'm going to have the podium moment, retirement, and like they're going to do it all. It's very rarely does that happen.
If not cut, like, I mean, a local example, Harrison Phillips was brought into a room. He wasn't cut, but he was told, yeah, you're not going to be on our 53, and we're going to ship you for like a 6th-round pick to the Jets.
Yeah.
You know, which is like, you didn't get cut, but kind of.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, that happened to me when San Diego, my second year. I felt like I was going to make the team. I felt really good. You know, 5 minutes before the cut deadline, my phone rings. It's the GM. And he's like, hey, Jeremiah, Tom Telesco, GM of the Chargers. I was like, yeah, I'm very well aware of
who you are, sir.
And he was like, just want to let you know you made this team do a good job. And I was like, okay. He goes, but we traded you to the Minnesota Vikings. So go ahead and bring your things in, and you leave tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. I was like, okay, thanks. Right?
Isn't that kind of wild?
It's
that,
a
like,
wild.
In your profession, yeah, don't you have, like, thinking, like, as a podcast idiot, right? If all of a sudden you get a tap on the shoulder, hey, buddy.
We're taking you to Philly.
Let's go.
Come on, let's go.
Eagles
Turn it off.
Daily
Turn it
tomorrow.
off. Give it to me. Give it to me. You can't have this one. Okay.
It's
terrible.
Wild. And your family.
Dude,
and
I
your
remember when
wives and
Sam
whatever.
got traded. Remember when we traded for Sam? And I was sitting in the cold tub late at night, and Rick walks in, and he's like, and down here we have the cold tub. And I was like, what the hell's Rick doing here? And there's Sam, and he's like, well, I guess I'm excited to be here, and I guess we're going to go. And I was like, I know, this is so weird. Like, what is going on right now? But the minute they show up, I feel like they're instantly accepted, because you're like, if you don't accept them, then you'll feel like you'll kind of resist them, and you don't want them to feel unappreciated or wanted. So it's kind of a weird forced issue, though, at times.
Yeah.
We got time for a few more dumb football questions here. Round 2 for you. Jump on up here, and then we'll do the next 2, and then 1 or 2 more online here, and then
Self-ding for me, because I was at the Minneapolis Miracle game, and me and my dad, I swear, were the first 2 standing up in the section, because that was where the catch was. Anyway, I got 2 homer takes. 1, I need more Viking film sessions every week. Mackey, make it happen.
Well, Trenches is coming back, right?
Trenches is coming back, yeah,
okay,
for
we
sure.
got to figure out schedules, but yeah.
10:30 or 5:30. You have your choice. 5:30 in the morning or 10:30 at night. I'm busy.
And then 2, obviously Minnesota Vikings Stadium and the fan base is the best in the NFL. So obviously, besides the Vikings, what is the second fan base for the fan bases you guys encountered, fan bases and stadium?
Chiefs, for sure. Chiefs are up there.
Bills Mafia.
Bills.
Bills Mafia.
This guy went through a table one time.
Dude, Bills Mafia is different. Like, listen, I do agree. I think Minnesota fan base is fantastic.
They're
great.
here.
But Agent Sirles stuff,
we got Agent Sirles. Agent Sirles.
Sorry, buddy.
I think we have. I might have taken it. We did a video. We do a video of him going through a table.
Listen, he can say the Bills, but the
the
stadium is not as rowdy as you think it is. Like
Kansas City is legit.
Dude, Kansas City is amazing. When you go there, you feel hated. Like, you feel like everyone's trying to kill you. Seattle's another one. I loved going there because that guy in the corner has the signs, and when we went there, we had just lost to, at the time they were from Oakland. And this guy starts talking about it. He's like, oh, watch out, the Oakland Powder Puff team's coming, watch out. And we were all like, oh, my God. He's like, I don't want you guys to get hurt. I know you lost to a bunch of pussies. And I was like, who is this guy? They were like, oh, this guy's famous for making fun of everybody. But that place was tough. I'm trying to think of where else. Dude, I'll tell you what. You came to Candlestick, you had to watch your ass.
This is like the old one,
Candlestick.
Right?
God, there were so many times the cops would rush the field, and they'd be like, there's a fight in the stands. We'd be like, where? Where is it? It's amazing.
Even in the new one, it feels like fans are just feisty out there.
Where? Frisco?
Yeah.
Are you crazy?
Yeah.
The whole thing is like
49ers
green and solar.
Like,
they're not. What?
Maybe they go to other team stadiums and fight. I just see 49ers fans on TikTok videos fighting with everybody.
No, you're not thinking about the right Niners.
Come on up. What's your name? What's your dumb football
My
question?
name is Jake.
From State Farm.
Yeah, exactly. So I think it's fascinating hearing about what it's like playing in the NFL as someone who has like football experience more like Mackey, and hearing how different it is. Is there something that's still the same from when you like first started playing football? Like it's fall, September's coming. Like, did something feel the same or nostalgic even from the NFL from when you first started playing?
I mean, I've heard these guys talk about just like this time of year, even not
gets
playing.
me going,
It's
yeah.
like their bodies click into gear.
Yeah. I mean, dude, you saw me at the practice, right? I was super giddy and like ready to go. And I literally was like, where's my helmet? Where are my shoulder pads? I knew they were here. Like, you just feel like and the minute you start turning on football, you're kind of like, what's wrong with his stance? You're getting in your stance and you're like, what's he doing? What is this? Get on his toes? Get down on your foot. Like, I get really into it. And this is where I'm kind of upset that I can't coach the 8th grade team this year because I'm like wired differently. But I've been up a lot lately trying to think about it. It's hard right now because there's so much football going on, and like guys are not sending enough film to me to be like, hey, can you watch this? And it's like, here's what you're doing wrong. You're doing it. You're like, hey, is everybody okay? Is everybody bored? Anybody need any help? And they're like, no, we're good. And you're like, hey,
just want to.
I'll go mow the grass then and do nothing.
You do need to mow the grass. It's way long at your house right now.
Mind your damn manners. I had a weekend of sports.
Yeah, come on up. What's your name? What's your dumb football question?
My name is Jahan, and I have two of them actually. First one is for a defenseman that like John Randall, who's on the opposite side of you. Who was the one person that in your NFL career that you hated, knowing that they were coming to play against them?
We told an Aaron Donald story.
I didn't hate Aaron Donald. I respected him beyond belief. I hated Darnell Dockett. I hated him. I've been fined a lot of money for fighting him, and I would pay double what I paid to beat the shit out of him. I hated him.
We should set up a little OLine Committee boxing match.
We played on the same team. Like we ended up playing against each other for 3 years, right? Us versus Arizona. We hated each other. We would fight a lot, and then he ended up getting picked up by us. And then I was like, it ended up ruining the whole friendship that we had because it was like this, like I hate you, you hate me, and then we were on the same team, and it was like I can't hate you. Like, this is so weird. So that kind of ruined that. But another one was Michael Bennett. I hated Mike.
Yeah, he was a tough one.
Oh, I hated Mike.
I hated Akeem Hicks. Akeem Hicks for me was one. And it was funny because on first and second down, they would run a 3-4 defense, which means he would be over me as the tackle. But then when we get to third down, he would bump in and pass rush over the right guard. And so I remember when we were playing him, like him and I would basically be fist fighting first and second down, and I'd get him all riled up when he'd get pissed off. And then he'd bump in over Fusco, and he'd pass rush over Fusco on third down. And he'd be like, so stop getting him all excited, man. Like, come on, stop fighting him. And like, but him and I just used to hate each other. And I mean, he would try and push me over the pile. I'd try and push him. I could not. But he was also trying to like wrestle a grizzly bear.
Yeah,
I mean, he was
so
enormous.
big. 6'9", 360.
He was so big, and he'd have these big old long arms. He'd paw you against the head. But
Wasn't he from Regina? Wasn't he from like Canada?
I don't know where he was from, but
no,
he was
positive.
He was
from Canada.
Enormous.
Dude, he was huge.
I couldn't stand him.
Just take a running start. You know who else was good too? Was Sue. Sue was tough, dude.
Sue beat my ass as a true freshman in Nebraska.
Yeah, you guys were Nebraska
just
guys.
Beat me up and down
tough.
the field. I was going into my freshman year. We had all kinds of injuries on things. So Bo looks at me, the head coach. He's like, Sirles, did you ever play guard? I was like, no, I'll try. He's like, cool, you're with the twos today. I go with the twos, I'm all excited, and all of a sudden I hear, hey, twos versus ones. I run up there, and I get up there, I'm all excited, put my hand in the dirt, and Sue's across from me, and he goes, who the F are you? And I just like sat there and looked down, and he just threw me around like a rag doll all day long. It was embarrassing. And I went home and I wrote my dad an email, and I was like, well, at least I'm going to get my education paid for. I can't play with these dudes. Like, this is never going to work out. And then I like obviously got demoted the next day, but then I watched him crush everyone throughout the rest of the year. I was like, oh,
yeah,
I might be okay. I could be okay. But dude, he beat the living tar out of me. Like, it was the first time in my career I was like, I physically can't, I'm not stronger than you. I'm not faster. I'm not smarter than you. Just beat the living crap out of me all day long. It was awful.
He was a stud.
And then the second question is that with this new offensive line, where would you rank them against the rest of the NFL?
The Vikings offensive line?
Fully healthy, they're a top 5 unit.
Easily.
Oh, wow.
Fully healthy, they're a top 5 unit. You paid
for it too, by the way.
You
paid for it.
You take Darrisaw out, and you know, I think you're going to see Darrisaw. They probably drop out of the top 10. Kelly gets dinged too, now you're talking about a middle-tier offensive line. And it's really, I mean, those are the two people that I'm most concerned about this year with just Darisaw coming off the injuries. But Ryan Kelly he's old. Right? I mean, he's had the neck, he's had the issues. If he can stay healthy the whole year, that'll be a total godsend.
Yeah. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. And thank you guys for the dumb football questions. That was great.
All the time. Keep sending them in.
Great dumb football questions. Yeah, we take them in the YouTube comments every week on the OLine Committee. Before we say goodbye, I do think for at least a couple minutes, we should put notable Major League Baseball fan Jeremiah Sirles to the test here.
Oh, this isn't going to go well.
So we stumbled upon something like 3 weeks ago on the show. We'd start talking about, it was like Juan Soto and a couple of famous baseball players.
Yeah, you were like, who's Juan Soto?
And you're like, who are those people? We're like, what?
Yeah. I know nothing about baseball.
Making $400 million. Who am I?
Jeremiah Sirles, despite being a professional athlete, does not know anything about baseball.
Nope.
So we're going to ask you, is this a Major League Baseball player, a notable Major League Baseball player, or the owner of a Minnesota State Fair food
Dude, the first
stand?
The first one's good. The first one's good.
Although I just got to look at Boone because his reaction gives it away.
I'm not even going to look.
Because he's a child.
I'm not going to start with the first one because that might have been a clue in itself. Let's start with this one.
I'm ready.
Right? George Springer. Is George Springer a Major League Baseball player or the owner of a Minnesota State Fair food vendor?
I'm going to go food vendor. Food vendor.
Ooh. Damn it. No, he's an outfielder for the Blue Jays.
Oh, obviously.
Jeremiah.
Obviously. Duh.
Yeah.
Okay. We all know the Blue Jays.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go with this
the Red
one.
Cardinals?
Brent Rooker. Is Brent Rooker a Major League Baseball player or a Minnesota State Fair food vendor?
That sounds like a baseball player name.
Nice job. Former
Who's he
twin,
playing for?
Oakland Athletics.
Dude, he's all right. Hold on.
I got a 50-50 shot here, dude.
Nah, go here.
This one here?
Nah, that one for sure. Nah.
The italicized one? You go. You throw one out there.
Is this where I hit your? Is this where I hit your computer with the donuts?
Dansby Swanson.
Dansby Swanson. That's a Minnesota State Fair. That's got to be a Minnesota State Fair.
He is an infielder for the Chicago Cubs. All right. How about George Atsadakos? George Atsadakos.
What nationality is it? Can you use it in a sentence?
That's got to be Greek. It's got to be Greek.
Greek?
For sure Greek.
Yeah, that's got to be a food vendor then.
Minneapolis Pie.
Yes.
Nice job.
I feel like there's not many Greek baseball players.
What about Austin Martin?
Austin
Martin.
That's Minnesota State Fair too. That's just too plain of a name.
No, it's Minnesota Twin actually. Austin Martin. You know. Let's do a couple more here. This is great.
Embarrassing.
Daniel Dockin. Is Daniel Dockin a Major League Baseball player or a Minnesota State Fair food vendor?
Baseball player.
We're so bad at
no,
this. But I love how you have where they're from, too. Like the tot boss.
He's the Tot Boss owner here.
The what?
The Tot Boss.
Tater tots?
Yeah, Tater Tots.
We need to go get some fries after this, too.
Oh, what about Tomas Silva?
Oh, baseball.
Tomas
That's
Silva.
Baseball for sure.
That's profiling. El Burrito Mercado. El Burrito Mercado.
When I tell you guys, listen, when I tell you I have not watched, Declan, I could not tell you the last time I watched 9 innings of baseball straight. I just don't.
Dude,
I think it's
last night. I went to the St. Paul Saints.
I think it is the most
Have you been to the St. Paul
sport
Saints?
It's great.
Invented.
Oh my God, we went last night. It was so amazing.
Oh, you went last night?
Oh my God, it was
For
amazing.
what?
Yeah.
So
to
much
stand
fun.
there and go, oh,
No, we
you
sat
didn't hit
there,
it. Oh, you didn't hit
dumbass.
it. Oh,
Stand anywhere. I got one leg.
It's the most boring sport in the world.
All right. You got,
Says the F1 fan. Stop it.
One more. This is to This is to prove your knowledge.
Come on.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Where you going?
Okay. David Cavallaro.
Ooh.
Is David Cavallaro a noteworthy Major League Baseball player or a Minnesota State Fair food vendor?
Any help? Anyone? State Fair.
Mouthtrap cheese curds.
Yes!
Come
on!
Thank you guys for coming out.
No one knew his name, which
to
meant he
hang
was a
out
State Fair
with the O-Line Committee here at the Minnesota State Fair.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Appreciate you guys.
Is that it?
That's a wrap, man. Any other words of wisdom?
No.
Terry McLaurin got paid. I don't know if you saw that.
Terry McLaurin, $32 million a year.
Yeah,
Celebrating.
$96 million.
What's up with Micah? Is it going to happen?
It's got to happen.
No.
Is it going to happen?
It's got to happen.
Huh?
What, like, trade him?
Yes. It's the Khalil Mack situation. He doesn't feel valued
Dude,
anymore.
that would be Well,
does feel
poor
bad.
Cowboys, can never catch a break.
Can never catch a
Dallas
break.
Cowboys.
It's everyone else's fault besides
Right during
Grandpa
Jerry's
Jerry.
docu-series, too, where he's talking all about himself. Well, boy, when I won that oil, I knew it. I was going to be rich. Be real rich and dumb.
Listen, if you've got agents telling you to shove it up your ass, it's not in a good place.
That's
You
pretty
are in
bad.
trouble.
That's bad. Hey, for the Rhino, Alex Boone over here, Jeremiah Sirles, 16 years in the NFL trenches. I am Phil Mackey, and this is the OLine Committee, YouTube, Apple, and Spotify. Thank you for being with us on the Minnesota Rusco Score North podcast stage. We'll see you guys next time.